Good evening, fellow Rotarians. Because when Favor said you did not clap, I told her not to worry, that I know what has happened. That many of you simply told yourself, Yinka is not in this room. Because normally you won't see me in Agbada and put a filler on top. So when I got to the two district governors, you know, it was the wives that were telling them, oh, Yinka has arrived. So they told them, oh, is he? So don't worry, I understand. But I plan to do this more often. Some of my elders in the room have been pushing me on that. I asked District Governor Wale, as I was about stepping up, that what does he really want us to do with this event? And you know, he's a district governor, so he wants money, he wants you to be happy, he wants you to celebrate, he wants many things out of this, for you and for the district. But it's a Rotary Foundation dinner dance. And you see, what did I say it was? Or it is? I said Rotary Foundation what? Dinner dance. Then I looked back and I saw there was fundraising on top of the dinner and the dance. There is a fundraising dinner dance. Because initially everybody tells me we're having our dinner dance, we're having our dinner dance, so that means we should come, we should dine, and we should dance, and we should go home. But what happens to the fundraising part? And the fundraising part is very, very simple, my dear friends. I've been reliably informed that a lot of people have been very, very generous to our Rotary Foundation this Rotary year, up to this moment. And that even in the last few weeks to this event, many more Rotarians and our friends have demonstrated generosity. And what I would like to start by doing is to appreciate those who have been very, very generous. And let me start by doing the recognition in a subtle way. If you have given anything, no matter the amount, to the Rotary Foundation this year, please rise. And I'm saying anything at all, whether it is 100 naira, 1,000 naira, $1,000, if you've contributed anything to our Rotary Foundation this year, please rise. Good. Now, those of you that are standing, please don't sit yet. You have a task for me this evening. Take a look around your table at those that are sitting and make sure you extract some commitment from them for today. And it doesn't matter what it is. I just want a situation where towards the end of this event, if I ask us to rise, the room, there will be much more people rising up. Please take your seat. Thank you very much. And please clap for them. This is not the Lagos I know. Even Lagos people can't clap. That's very much unlike Lagos. Please clap for them. DG Wale and Adeneko, as Lagos stop being the go for show, Iko is still for show. Okay. Now, I want to acknowledge especially all our Polaris fellows. And I mean, if you're a Polaris fellow, even if it was 20 years ago you became a Polaris fellow, I still want you to be acknowledged. If you're a Polaris fellow, please stand up for recognition. Don't be shy, it's not easy. Thank you very much. Please let us clap for them. For our guests or non-Rotarians, Polaris fellows are those that have been generous and that our foundation with a minimum of $1,000. Thank you. If you are a major donor level 1, please stand up. I'm doing this deliberately. Major donor level 1. Thank you very much. Please sit. Level 2. This is $25,000 or more. Please appreciate them. Thank you. Major donor level 3. Level 3. Okay. Is it that I can't see anybody standing? Okay. Major donor level 4. Any level 4s in the room? $100,000 and above? No. Okay. Our Ash Club Society members, at least I've seen my big uncle here. Ash Club Society members, please stand. Thank you, PDG Mike. Now, let me try this. If you've not given to the Rotary Foundation this year, but you have a conviction that God will so bless you between now and the end of the year that you will give something, please rise. Yes, anybody who thinks, you may have given in December, you may have given in January, but just told yourself, I know God will bless me more. And between now and, when is the district conference, DG? May? Between now and May, God will so bless me. I will dip my hand in my pocket and give more to the Rotary Foundation. Please rise. Okay. It looks like people in Lagos are beginning to lack faith. Thank you very much for those of you who have agreed that God will bless you. And those of you who are afraid that somebody may take a photograph and say, you said God will bless you, yeah, we may bring the money. We still say God will bless everybody. So my dear friends, we sometimes ask people to donate to our Rotary Foundation. And there are people who say, why? There are even some who say to me, why we have so many things to do with money here. Why are we giving money to the Americans? Because the Rotary Foundation is based in the US. And of course we've tried to explain to them, we are not giving money to the Americans. Because the records show that we take much more than we give to the Rotary Foundation. And I'm privileged to see that data. You see, typically, the whole of Nigeria gives about $3.5 million. I mean, the whole of Africa, sorry, $3.5 million to the Rotary Foundation. And we take a total of $110 million from the Rotary Foundation. Does that sound like we're giving money to the Americans? Definitely not. Definitely not. A few weeks ago, when the chair of the Board of Trustees of the Rotary Foundation visited, we did enumerate the fact that in the last 3 years alone, let me narrow it down to Nigeria. Nigeria has taken from the Rotary Foundation in excess of $30 million. And in the same period, we've not even contributed $5 million. And we've taken 30. Does that not sound like Kalo? So if you are thinking of where to put your money, if you're a business person, where else can you put your money and you get that kind of return? Not to talk of a return for doing good in the world. Sometimes when we mention the money, and we mention dollars or naira, whatever exchange rate you want to use, it doesn't hit people. But if you consider that we are still immunizing children against polio, and that those who give the equivalent of $1,000 to polio, by that donation alone can directly immunize about 2,000 children. And you know, when you give $1,000 to polio, Mr. Bill Gates says for every $1 you put, he's going to put $2. So for your $1,000, Mr. Bill Gates asks $2,000. That is $3,000. That is 6,000 children you are immunizing. I want you to imagine a room filled with 6,000 children and think of what it looks like. 6,000 children that will not be crippled because of your donation. Not too long ago, I was privileged to be at one of the projects the Rotary Foundation is funding in Nigeria, what we call our maternal health project. And I was in Gombe, and I was in one of the health centers, and the chief imam, who was told I was coming, came to the hospital. He could not speak English. He was speaking in Hausa and Arabic mixed. And all he was saying was they should tell me thank you. They're saying no, because for him, I was the Rotary he could see. Tell him thank you. Tell him thank you. Tell him thank you. Then he will follow him with a lot of surahs of the Quran for prayers. And I was looking at this man's face and said, why is he feeling so emotional? And the man said, Rotary came here about 19 months ago. And in the last 1 year, no woman in this community has died of childbirth. That's not, I'm not talking of the chief medical officer talking to you. That was a imam. Said no woman has died of childbirth. We have that project running in 4 states of Nigeria: Gombe, Nasarawa, some part of Abuja, and Ekiti. And then the Ekiti people at the meeting told me that, look, we thought Rotary was just joking until Rotary started. So we are working in 7 local governments. 5 of them funded by Rotary. The other 2 funded by our government because we see the result from the Rotary project. And that in 18 months, I'm talking of Ekiti, no woman has died from childbirth. For those of you that are Muslims, Ramadan is coming. For the ones that are Christian, Lent is coming. Where else do you want to put your money? It's pleasurable to drink wine. No doubt about that. Drink some beer, do some party, eat some nice food. But it seems to me that it is more spiritually and emotionally gratifying to save a child and a mother from dying. In this room, we have the project lead for our newest Rotary funded project in Nigeria, Dr. Demi Balogo. And it's a 9.8 or 9.7 million US dollar project. Again, to protect children from dying from pneumonia, diarrhea, and malaria. So see what the Rotary Foundation is doing with your contribution. We are saying no woman should die from childbirth. We are saying when that child is born, no child should die before the age of 5 from a disease that is preventable. My dear friends and fellow Rotarians, I don't know how you feel, but I feel good with what the Rotary Foundation is doing. And it's the reason I give to the Rotary Foundation every time, at every opportunity, I have to give it. And let me tell you this, I hear some of you murmuring in this Tinubu economy, This Tinubu economy has been around now for more than a year, and we are still alive. We are still alive. And you will not wonder what grace that is from God for you. Don't bother about exchange rates. In fact, let me give you an information. When the exchange rate moved from 159, I think it moved to about 400 or 380 something. Nigeria's contribution to the Rotary Foundation doubled. So it has happened to us before. So it's not new. Then we moved from 400 to 800. Our foundation contribution did not reduce. So it is 1,500, 1,600, 1,000, whatever it is. Ignore it. What you want to give it. Leave the conversion to those people who are managing the accounts. I will close my remark with something that may sound either spiritual or philosophical, depending on how you look at it. I think in one of the holy books, it says, when you give to charity, it's like planting a seed of corn. And when you plant that one seed, it germinates. And you get cobs of corn with plenty seeds on it. That's what you get back. What those who talk about exchange rate are telling me is this. You see this my corn. I'm not sure of whether another one will come. Let me hold on for things to improve. And they delay the planting and delay their harvest. So are you able to plant an acre of corn? Maybe that's what we used to do by the amount you give us. But things are a little tight, you can only plant a few blocks. Go ahead and plant it. Do not delay your harvest. My fellow Rotarians, thank you very much for allowing me to share this short moment with you.
Look better, please jump your hands together once again for our guest speaker, ladies and gentlemen. That was an insightful moment of knowing much about what the fundraising is used for. So if you are still asking a question about what the fundraising is used for, you just heard that from our guest speaker. And of course, he's going to be coming back to also lead us in the fundraising majorly, as it is on the other program, I guess. But before then, I'd like to call on the representative of the Deputy Governor of Lagos State to come and give his remark. In absentia of the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, please, with a clapping ovation, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat. In absentia, we have the Honorable Benga Oyeride, Commissioner Special Duties, to come give a remark. Please put your hand up for Honorable Benga Oyeride as he comes forward to give special remark on behalf of the Deputy Governor. Please, you can do better. You can do better for our Deputy Governor. You can do better. You can do better. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here to represent His Excellency Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat. He asked me to bring his greetings to everyone here seated. It's because of the assignment that is having at hand. We are at the meeting together before he requested me to come and represent him. I'm here to just encourage everyone here seated that what the Rotarian Foundation stands for is all about humanity. And the purpose of our living is all about humanity. And in giving to humanity, there is a great reward in it. And for that reason, I want to encourage every one of us here seated that we must, from the bottom of our hearts, we must willingly be free to give to the service of humanity so that we can have abundant rewards back to every soul that we have made. I've listened to the chairman giving a philosophical background of whatever has been sold and at what reward that has been turned up to. For me, I'll give this message back to my principal and request him to make well over and above whatever will be of interest to Rotary Foundation. Thank you and God bless you.